Sierra Leone's ever-growing youthful population still continues to grapple with high rates of unemployment and other challenges. Despite the enormous challenges, young people are still working on realizing their potential. With emerging entrepreneurs and innovators, Youth Encounter on Star Television and Radio is a program that showcases successful young people, discuss the challenges, and provide recommendations. Join Mohammed Basiru Sanusi PM. It's Youth Encounter on Star TV on Channel 21.
Hello Fambul, Naswaga, welcome to another edition of Youth Encounter. It comes to you live on Star TV on Channel 21. We broadcast live from Media One Center Studios, now the theme of my book face inside Freetown. And me, on a presenter, Mohamed Basiru Sanusi. We create talk for Tedon till you say, the same teeth where dog they take play, the same teeth back it go use for bet. So it depends on how you want to make life, and so it go meet you. So the encounter till look inside with me to happen at the IYDC at 5. With young Sierra Leoneans, then we go and go represent the country. We'll get together a delegation, they will have the Packer for Terimo, and the same so we'll get Atata Mansari, and we don't serve as the lead communication person in the Ministry of Youth Affairs. But I think we need to add the knowledge after using a good English expert, but there's something big way to come from the brother, but they are now for can carry on duty for the give you updates within the happen now the Ministry of Youth Affairs. Like all time, you will send your message to the number +232 31 045 068. The number again is +232 31 045 068. I use the opportunity to welcome the guests in the studio, and as other guests can come for the other segments, we go introduce themselves as well. I thought I want to tell you thank you, and not forget you back for telling you about waiting to happen now the Ministry of Youth. I look like when you go add this knowledge.
Thank you so much. Well, very refreshing, but it's good I don't come back on duty.
And I know say we rest assured for get plenty information today.
So, of course, yes.
And I'm Atata Mansare from the Ministry of Youth Affairs and then serve as the lead communication person in there. Also, we have to welcome a brother and a friend from Ghana who say Akwaba Etese. We have to forget you and Abdul Packer. We're proud of you and the rest of the team as we go represent we at the IYDC at 5. How you look like for change the environment?
Pretty good. I want to say good afternoon and good evening to you and listeners. And it was good, but I want to say we missed them very much. The 1 to 2 weeks will be there. It was hectic, but we do it to be able to do best, and we're happy that we raised the green, white, and blue as usual. But we're back, and we're happy to be home.
And it will tell you about how it will look like for them, the reception with everything they learn, how they're going to implement them as young people, because we're not partners in development now, no more future leaders. But at the end of the day, if we want the right, we get to be responsible and create the right environment for ourselves and search for the space. This is a Youth Encounter. Send a message to the number +232 31 045 068. Carry on for the week. I'll come right back and continue to talk to Atata and Abdul Packer inside the studios.
Sierra Leone's ever-growing youthful population still continues to grapple with high rates of unemployment and other challenges. Despite the enormous challenges, young people are still working on realizing their potential. With emerging entrepreneurs and innovators, Youth Encounter on Star Television and Radio is a program that showcases successful young people, discuss the challenges, and provide recommendations. Join Mohammed Basiru Sanusi PM. It's Youth Encounter on Star TV on Channel 21.
Yes, Fambul, welcome back. You still watch Youth Encounter, and it comes to you live on Star TV on Channel 21. We broadcast live from Media One Center Studios, now the theme of book feast inside Freetown. Encounter they come to you every Friday from 5 to 6, and the broadcast on Sunday from 5 to 6 p.m. We will start to talk to Atata Mansare from the Ministry of Youth Affairs. Vividly, like you recall the last time we talked about waiting be passed now the then administration. It's over 1 year now. I know we'll have to look at how we're going to do for solve them and the way forward for our young people. But as recent, we say Usai, you make a movement with the Minister of Omar Bangura for clamp down some guys the way attack some ladies they were after exams at the Fabric College acting at the car wash. And the car wash they part of a project. They love to start seeing the force. I will look like for taking a move they for go talk to them say okay, we try for advocate when I forget work. for the own name then kind of a way are not good for the ministry?
Of course, in the very first place, we get very unfortunate, of course, for Moko get that particular news via social media initially. And of course, like you see, virtually every morning we first get for listening news. Whilst we would go to our office or hold in our office, we would like go through newspapers or like radio, whatever or so. Unfortunately, we get that particular sad news that day that a particular category of young people then go do an attack of that nature in Frabe College. All the fingers with the points at the young people. Of course, we know say that's not something where common that when something of that nature happen, when once you get a chunk of young people then pack in a particular category, people that can always select and then can do that kind of thing. The minister immediately take a phone and call the chairman, of course, when one Mr. Savage, we in Berry Street car wash where we will go for what we call the White Water by the bridge. Then the minister explained the whole issue and them back say yes, they not see the thing on social media. But then tell the minister outright say that they were not responsible for whatever will happen to them. So what the minister do was that because of all the fingers with the point at them as young people, the minister tell us, okay, now you don't tell me say you and your boy will not do this particular thing. Governments don't do quite a lot of things. Over the years, me and you too with the Grab Nasarilo with the system, when I say youth-related issues, it has always been like the usual workshop where they attend, seminars, they give certificate, all the rest of it. You have got a minister this time around who say, no, okay, I know on our job, on our issues, they're cross-cutting, and the unemployment very high amongst Suna. Some of we say they go school, some of them say they go school. So all of them things, and they will put on the table, don't look at it. What do we do to solve the multitude of problems so the young people then get? One of the things the whole feel say then they into now one of that's for the car wash thing. So what we do as a ministry and as a government, I follow try to see how we can able provide a kind of way for empower, capacitate them in such a way that at least the job that they do will be sustainable. Because we don't the civil side they go ask motor car and all the rest of it, even the clothing system where it is for what's the motor car, the way they take care of the motor car, all of them things. And so government say, okay, what do we do in this time around? For through the Ministry of Youth, now engage the young people that at least try for improve the place. We say what's the car, the cars then. Try for see how we can able teach them basic bookkeeping and all the rest of it. So at least they will be responsible, they will be self-reliant, they will be people who will be useful in society. So government, they think for do such for a category of people of that nature in this country, then people that they point finger at them for doing such a thing. It was a very serious issue on the part of the ministry.
I don't know they want to get one and the other one still not investigating the matter.
What we do that particular day was that prior to the time the minister had already give them 24 hours for do everything possible to condemn the entire community for proof to the world say yes, owners not want to do this act, but bring us the culprit. So the minister, okay, they promised faithfully. We gave them a Monday past Tuesday. So on the Wednesday, minister after work he said, gentlemen, I'm going to that place. Let's jump into the cars and go. Now we're all around that place. We go to the place, we engage them. Of course, if you want the WhatsApp, footages and all the rest of it, you go on social media. We were there. We address them, put them down. We ask if not bad we do. They say no. They explain their own plight. But what we do now was that before we go already, they even don't go ahead for identify the people who don't do the act. Indeed, then to them do them. And from what we get from the police and the Frabe College community, they don't prove to we say the young people have been always helpful to them with regards providing security in that community. But come what may, in every society there are bad eggs. So the few when they do that particular act, the young men they take with down the terrain. We go right down on the place for we go to address the people. We call them to attention. One or two houses they point out where they say the way they do the acts. Now we enter another place. We ask to talk to the parent. The parent then denying this, that, say them picking not to that, and that person there and all the rest of it. Say fine. This is a government land on the leave. This is a property of the university. Everywhere in the world, me and you too know how the worker with the says university is always a safe haven. So if we get our own country, Frabe College being the very first university in this sub-Saharan Africa, where they attract a lot of people. Some of the stories over the years where they come from the place where they got the jog bag, the this, the that, snatch phones from students, beat people and all the rest of it. There are people who live in the Leicester community who don't pass 8, 9, and they use that road again. We don't want that in our environment. So we provide that for we, but then for now we're able to see how we will capacitate them. But if people then point finger at them for that kind of things, and we tell them now, say, okay, fine, what do we do? If we do not produce these people in the next couple of hours, they try for see what we will do so that the law will take a course. So the minister was very vexed. He was very annoyed. You know, he was very like he took his stand on the issue. Okay. So at the end of the day, we approached the people them, and one of them who said like all the meets, you know, come at me, young man, they always get a meeting point. We go to the place like, I mean, normally we don't use the Sierra Leone police. With the minister, we get in security them, but they were playing. I mean, they were dressed in civil. So we go to the place, we divide ourselves, we go to, we didn't see they're on our way, but we were able to apprehend one of them. So later, now in Wefka, now we tell her, fine, talk to your man, like point the people who didn't do this particular thing, in Uda. So at the end of the day, in less than 2 hours or so, the community people themselves, they knew we were very serious about it. So then come out now and present.
And they help on the investigation. And people don't go on kudos. There are times when they go bash the ministry, but on this way happen and they go on kudos. I'll bring you back at Tata and can look at other activities them want to go on for him back for like reduce the unemployment rate, what next in terms of capacity building and other things that we do minus the car wash. You name that Tata Mansari and they come from the Ministry of Youth Affairs. Abdul Pakka, before you go IYDC, what the kind of work you're going to do for Campus Peace Club, raising awareness all around. They are taking even grab from the chair where you see them for advocates on issues pertaining to young people. A lot of discussion about IYDC. How you come across for each to the head of delegation for this year and went to Napuna Ghana for it?
Yes, first of all, I want to say it be a blessing for me to attend this year IYDC, be very self and all the 16 man that we attend IYDC 2019. It'll be a very big pleasure because from there we partner, from where we participate in such programs, it involve a lot considering the flight tickets, conference fee, and everything we go for involved for make we go. And me come across IYDC 2 years ago from fellow Sierra Leoneans who be attend. See them programs them on social media, you know, seeing the powerful instruments and the way we youths and they get information from. So like I get interested, I apply. Last year I attended as a delegate. I've been at the UNESCO committee. I've been the best and most informed delegates at the UNESCO committee. And through my eloquency and my vibrancy, then they get for recognize me because now a youth group, not to government something, now youth select queen and they get the organization, they call it IFE, Innovation for Empowerment and Development. So like they recognize people that we they do well in the country there, and we also they go showcase themselves and bring them coming to the organization. So after that, they began to recognize me and appoint me as a country rep. I accept the appointment. And also appoint me as the Deputy Conference Director for this 2019 at the 5th anniversary. I was also appointed to serve as the Vice President at the General Assembly because they look for volunteers them and then they try for see how they go harmonize the position so that people they don't go demand so many things them here. So but fortunately for me and unfortunately for them, the possibility for serve as the president, where we go, he was not available due to some other they're doing PhD now because not be able to get time. The next, like tomorrow, the conference for start this net, but of course we all be on the train, the diplomacy and the proceedings then at the General Assembly. They look among with the Vice President and 3 of we and unanimous they select me and me for be the President at the General Assembly. I was up in my room, they called me, I came down and they told me. I accepted, of course, you know, Sierra Leoneans they already fear challenge, more we come off for we collect, no matter how they would go up to her. So like I be served na the highest official position na this year IYDC. And the IYDC is one of the biggest conference because I don't know about all the conference, I won't say because conference they emerge. You get one in East Africa, you get one in South Africa, the SADC region, West Africa and so. But the IYDC is one of the biggest we don't see in Africa at the moment. Most way it is organized by a group of young people that we not get government support per se or an NGO. Because IYDC they attract up to 400 delegates as of this year. Then we start with 16 people 4 years ago because now the 50th year is. Now they attract up to 400 delegates in. If you put officials all together, it's nearly 500 from all over Africa. So we all go meet up there and we go share the African stories them, the struggles them, the challenges them, and see how we're able to foment things them. And during that process, they also ease up because Africa with problems them all are the same. Everything just unique. There is nowhere you go where you go discuss African issues. We not talk about unemployment. There is nowhere you go talk about African issues. We not talk about the marginalization of the youth or the youth are not given a better space. So we go there basically one for represent the country, two now for land the diplomatic proceedings there because the idea behind Moon conferences they call them Model United Nations. They organize it all over the world and they try for train young people then into diplomatic issues then because most of the time like sometimes the Sierra Leoneans like grumble say president they travel with 20-man delegation, 30 or 40-man delegation, as the case may be. Most people you know the role of the other people like you go do. Of course, Sierra Leone I not say we don't go with less or more. But the fact is that you not only get people already able to represent you, now all the committees then, because United Nations get organs and agencies then. And in all of those agencies, for instance, you get UN, you get WFP, now an agency, you get UNICEF, now an agency, you get UNDP, you get a lot of agencies there. You get the 6 organs that we start from the General Assembly, Security Council, you come to the trusteeship, you ever come to the Economic and Social Council, you ever come to the Secretariat and ICJ, International Court of Justice. Where you end the meet, all of the organs and agencies they are they meet sometimes simultaneously. So you ever get people from the country where they represent you. Now all of them committees there, all of the agencies and the organs them, so that the plight of your country will come out and whatever resolution that they make, your country interest will be seeked. So where we they go, now then committee there we they go steer. First of all, we start with the General Assembly. Later we they go into committee sessions and everybody they bring suggestions from the different committees them. Later we they come back to the General Assembly for can adopt. So basically we they make young people and they feel proud. Like with the sweet self we are in the process. Like me, this IYD so we don't go for the whole of Africa now. I'm like the president. Everybody recognize me as president, and it was awesome. And when you did it, you feel like you are that person. I did tell you bash, even though that don't be my ambition, but it don't bigger now. I want to be the president more now than never. I want to make more impact now because I've been challenged. And like all the other young people where we go challenge ourselves. Now when we don't come back, what are we going to do back? Are we going to sit back as IYDC and nominate? No. Other people from other countries, they look up to me now. It's a competition.
So it's upon to now about what you explain to Parker for beginning implementing. I don't say there are times when the government will tell you say not that they don't want for them people and go, but at the same thing, everybody they go and come and not they reflect to the country. But so the total we will kind of side before after the break. The delegation will be go. I want to put the team together in terms of costume because anything they sell the country to an extent. We don't see picture. Not be how many people and go and how they do for getting funding.
Well, 60-man delegation will actually, mostly everybody will go be sponsored by self, individually. Even though people they get some people they meet, some people in our status them, some they get position the way they help them. We know of 3 people that we go. We one the Ministry of Youth sponsor them. We get one other way now the Children Forum Network, I think, now they sponsor them. Then I think Children Forum Network they sponsor 2 people that they go. But most people now they sponsor themselves, then tickets and stuff and all. And the costume also what we do, because what you have is you as you apply so from the country, then they link you with the country rep. So maybe get the whole now for coordinate all of them. I'll be bringing them come together and we all be discuss and agree on how we get for go represent the country. Because even though you go as an individual, this is about country. You know what we didn't ask around something they do see and small, but what we did out here, whether government help we, whether policy help we or not, it's about Sierra Leone. We had our costumes, of course. I think this is the very first time a delegation of that nature they go with 3 different costumes there. We're not to government support, not to NGO. We had the gara because we wanted to prove Sierra Leone. Nothing else but Sierra Leone. We had our gara. We well planned when our African something now we do everything. All the 16 man that we go, we all get together. We begin to wool when I like homeboy. When I green, white and blue, complete green, white and blue. And get the Salon Force logo. We also get to IYDC t-shirt to print when I black where they represent African, the African origin and culture. And we get the green, white and blue when I Salon flag. We represent all the meaning of the flag. Then we get the IYDC at 5. So we are very unique now the conference and we get performances then. What we go do now the cultural village because you get a lot of programs. You get Elders Forum, you get cultural village, you get seminar, you get leadership trainings, you get tours because they can we go on net tours then you for go exposed to it how Ghana don't evolve over time, how they don't make progress and for go challenge as young people how for can contribute
for
to
come
the
back
society.
home and because we see all the pictures and you know
exactly.
I go hold you there and bring Atata again. Atata, as we stand now, as Parker on the say, when you travel around Africa and even international panel, you say one common thing we will share now the unemployment rate amongst young people and the country's population is dominated by youth and Africa dominated by youth. And I say we don't lost beaucoup to corruption and make beaucoup young people now the benefit which they will need forget. Safe space, capacity building. As a ministry, how we stand and how we change this narrative? Yes,
we're like important to you rightly for say that under the current dispensation and that of the current administrators organ, both the ministry, the commission, and even the youth service, you see say proactive steps that don't take right now. I mean, on the part of the people that will get before we provide a kind of atmosphere where young people that will get an opportunity for being engaged in whatever we find them for do. Of course, he just discussed with a few minutes ago the issue we got for do around those where they don't take for be along the car wash. We, if they follow up, of course, on Wednesday, day before yesterday, the ministry just done open bid also again for young people where they engage themselves in commercial transportation, for which we don't establish the fact that we want for engage with brothers and sisters then where they engage in keke, taxi business, and they also engage in Okada. We open bid for 120 Okada, 110 keke, and that of 12 vehicles then. Very shortly, you can foresee that for rollout, just like what we piloted initially, the 10 car wash, where we say in these 5 years of President Bill now, 61 for do. The first 10 is virtually almost 80% complete now. Another money don't come inside again for another 10. So within a space of 4 to 5 months or so, we have been able to construct the first 10, and another 10 also add. So like by the time the year they roll, I will promise to say we'll get for talk about 20 or 30 car wash where the youth ministry get for do for those in that particular sector. And for those where they engage in commercial transportation, their own time don't also reach. We get for also try for see how we go engage them in that area. But of course, the Ministry of Youth Affairs, with all the component and be them the commission and that of the youth service, we get a lot of package what we get for young people where they into youth empowerment. What we want for do, one for like divert the attention of the young people then to skills training. Like if you follow up even this morning when we get Commissioner Golokata yesterday on 98.1, talk so much on the issue we got for do TVET. We like get a kind of a platform where we will train them in several skills so that at the end of the day, whether you have a job in a kind of an establishment, be it government or private, you can also provide job for yourself. You come into a good day, you will be useful, and the trade you go learn will be useful to the people around you.
You go transfer.
That is one area we go for try for look at, and you see that all over right now where we come. Of course, you follow up initially that we just get a land, will be the Mashaka, we're in the youth farm, right? And you go to the place today, you see that quite a lot of the young people in that community are now currently planting because we are now in the rainy season. So because of that, we are we are like banking on that particular period for this particular period for do something on that particular land. And that notwithstanding, you go to places like Kono, you go to Kabala, Kenima, Tonkoli, all of them places there, we're not able to acquire lands again. The Ministry of Youth Affairs gets several lands where they don't get through the youth in agriculture project. In all of these, I don't tell you so. The commission also again, they follow up on the demonstration farms, like the deputy commissioner, the commissioner, and the rest of the team. They see them. In fact, planting don't take place now. All of them farms right now. What we want to do as a government and as a ministry, now how we will able to engage the young people and going into a kind of agribusiness. We don't say agriculture is a very important sector, and we can also again lead the production of rice when we staple food in this country, and any other agricultural thing produce what we say will be useful in our society.
So you just left, so we follow him. Because I go on day, and we don't reach one point now. We will take a short break. And when I come back, I will welcome other two guests in the studio. We're the Deputy Youth Commissioner, Marcel Kamara, and also Ambassador Sheku Forever. Tell me how we're on the plan for the summit. We get to do with some youth all around the country. This is a youth encounter, and they come to you live on Star TV on Channel 12. A quick break. And when I come right back, we'll carry on for talk about other youth issues, them all about the country.
Sierra Leone's ever-growing youthful population still continues to grapple with high rates of unemployment and other challenges. Despite the enormous challenges, young people are still working on realizing their potential. With emerging entrepreneurs and innovators, Youth Encounter on Star Television and Radio is a program that showcases successful young people, discuss the challenges, and provide recommendations. Join Mohammed Basiru Samasi PM. It's Youth Encounter on Star TV on Channel 21.
Yes, welcome back. You're still about Youth Encounter. It comes to you live on Star TV on Channel 21. We broadcast live from Media One Center Studios. Now, 3 Mamas 3 Book Feast inside Freetown. And we create talk for talent. You say the same title dog they take place, the same title itself they go use for bet. I don't get now the studios. I'm the Deputy Youth Commissioner, now the National Youth Commission, Emerson Kamara, as and the Commissioner himself. We don't want here. We can tell you about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and also we need to go as a nation in terms of young people and affairs. Deputy Commissioner, I want to tell you thank you and congratulations inside the 1 year. I know the bashing and other things are all day, But how you look like for serve 1 year in office?
Oh, it's challenging actually because Lord don't forget say the young people problem na the biggest problem we get na the world not only saloon. We will talk about unemployment now about young people not old pa because old pa they tell you say they retire. Young person they watch for work for do. So and over the years we don't see say the rates don't go to USA we meet them and the target now how we can probably reduce them to a minimal rate or we reduce them in not at all. So it therefore be bit by bit, we just a start from zero to USA been there, we'll meet them. So it therefore actually reduce them from USA you meet them for like come back to zero.
So that means when again enough work for do.
Definitely.
How you look at anything in your position? You talk about the unemployment rate with it is 67%.
Yeah.
Now we're in governance now, you want to beat and it's challenging, right?
It's challenging, but you get for plan very well because we want to solve the problem of unemployment rate. You get for first of all probably sit down and try to figure out what to make unemployment rate day to that level day. Some man get qualification. It defend work for do. Some man get qualification way not that marketable to what in the job market they watch for. Some man not get the skills at all. So if you want for solve down there, you get for actually attack them now all the fronts them. First, would have get qualification. You see, say a whole lot of the people that we get qualification now where you ask them for apply for a job, it's very difficult for able understand say for write application letter. You understand? For some man, it's very difficult for him for prepare in CV because a whole lot of private companies or organizations where they outside and they watch for all anything and they because sometimes when they watch your CV, they not like they whet the appetite of them private institution and the private institution where they outside where they seek for people and for employ for say only years. This one actually in CV don't probably convince me for that column for an interview or the case may be. So we get a whole lot of way for solving problem. That is why in the commission we get the African Development Bank project way, a funded project way we get currently we also get a component of a way now on career guidance and job readiness with the help for
So before you go college and after you come out,
after I come out
I've been in our commission, I just bring in Ambassador Sheku Fire as it on the day about to do the second edition of the National Youth Summit. It means a lot, Sheku. I know YACAP get different activities, but this time you partner with the Ministry of Youth Affairs for do a national. When you say national, it means every youth now, every side, from zonal, chiefdom, district, and national, you bring them on board for can discuss with problems and find solutions. Tell us something about this year event, why it's different, and when they go come together.
First of all, the Ministry of Youth Affairs don't play a great role for ensure say we get a National Youth Leadership Summit in Salon. And as a minister, we very much get interest for young people then, more especially the youth. Start and fit say, law we not do our as an organization. Law ensure say the ministry take lead and ensure say the ministry support we in any way we get. We don't also get a lot of plans so we don't present to the ministry. We don't get a lot of committee meetings there as well. Well, we get young people and 500 young people for cut across the country for the first time ever in the city of Sailing, where they get from the 16th state. And also they get from young people and from other part of the county, as Mina Youth, Chairman ECOWAS, we get like 50 of them where they pay them ticket fees, come to salon and can share the experience with we also tell them how best to don't go as a nation and what we get. You know, last year when I began at ECOWAS, I'm able for like point one or two things what we don't do as young people. So like this year when I go to ECOWAS, I get a lot of things and for point for young people, the Ministry of Youth Affairs and the Commission and other key things that we don't get. So like this year basically now follow get young people focus. As the team this year is very much catchy and more both national team and we local team we don't try for like get. So they get the youth draw from across the county. So like we'll be getting like a 3 days event. So the ministry say no, this will make a 4 days event. We'll get the attention of young people and let young people and participate and count their own views, their land and go back in different districts, communities and pass the knowledge and educate their colleagues. So the one of the events we get a national stadium we get young people they come and we get key policy makers them. Young people they asking questions. Mr. Minister of Youth, what you don't do inside this 1 year? They can explain to young people can tell us, okay, as far as this don't go now, so one follow and shall say this don't happen. We get the dialogue with them. You understand? So they don't open and they sit down for explain to young people what they don't do so far and what now the progress so far. And first in this way they see a government minister they tell you say I want for dialogue with young people. The minister of fisheries, I want for dialogue with young people. I want for tell them say this is not the so far how we don't try for like create job or employment, what are key things for empower young people. Minister of trade. These are key people who want for like ensure so they can't to talk to young people, they explain key things to young people and get a dialogue. Of course, when they get a day two way they would also finalize them. And no need for like say this, but other people and for come back and the ministry aspect for can explain to you. But it's not like a surprise. We get a day two now the British Council Hall, where other people that as well they come and discuss different ideas. So the fact say that all week activities where they get first in the experience of sailing, where they get young people they participate in different aspects. We get a huge bunch of activities that they get. And the most important thing, not to follow young people and can participate no more. We get also a dialogue discussion they get in a parliament. We young people they can discuss about the team, about key areas that we Salone don't improve.
So that will happen the 3 or the final day for the parliament.
The day 3 when on Sunday. Of course, young people they can at the House of Parliament then discuss issues then and explain to young people what are some of the issues we don't face and what are some of the progress, what are the solutions. As a matter of fact, we know they can talk about what things that happen, about some solutions that they tell you say young people don't progress in diverse ways. As youth ambassadors, as young leaders, I don't succeed in so many aspects in the past 2 years. And I don't lead so many people in the new direction agenda for ensure so we get a safe space for the young people. We look at a lot of challenges them, but they tell you say young people don't cope up and they don't take leadership with responsibility. So that's one for see young people in a salon for like camp. Second thing, everybody want for go Ghana, Ethiopia, Nigeria, Ghana. We want for tell and say that thing when they rush for go fed out of Africa County, we get an salon. For you can debate, for you can talk on different aspects and empower you. For you can also teach you about entrepreneurship, all leadership skills. Bash can tell you about a lot of things here. We get the people that we don't get international experience for Canada Summit and indicate to young people. Of course, my secretary be part of the IYDC event when I did Asia too. And also we get a lot of people who are going to different African countries and don't go to different conferences they can't share ideas.
So people could bring all the knowledge in there. I'll bring back and can look at the funding and the dates when the entire National Youth Summit will take place as way of celebrating the International Youth Day which happens in August. Abdul Pakar, would they move forward as a nation? There are recommendations that you want to make because we don't come now as IYDC team, you get your Campus Peace Club, but you get things in way you do. We as a serve as an activist for young people. When are you a recommendation to the administration as a way for them to lift the youth game in the country?
Yeah, one key recommendation we are going for make we are always say now make the one the way they handle the youth sector they think out of the box. Not to all tell me for waiting person will meet you. You see in football you get scouts and the scouts. You get youth talent and they out here we they do very well. But you see some of we they try, but at times they neglect we. For obvious reasons. Even the current administration, when they take over some of we write letters them for court visit, not to for big money. When they some of the big money, with the help of other people, they neglect you. You understand? They open doors to some people, then they give for them, but some people then they close doors to them. Make them the scout and look out for sincere youth self. Secondly, now make the youth ministry and one way in charge of the youth sector be mindful of we the youth self. With activities, then more the one way they deal with them conferences, they are what they count international delegates there. Most of we sincere like me, but already talks are very lots of course, Isha to will be the part of my delegation. We care about yourself we do, but we all know we know we self one, but we know we self as time to go. We get some people that win are bad eggs, that we poison us. And we get to one we bring bad name to you recently. We go organize conference in the name of AYD or whatever, it counts international delegates because this cross-band is very important. That make we all the exist as nation, that make United Nations we get for go and we bring other people in camp. It give a venue, it give a program where if you match with that standard, that will become a whole lot of problem. And a lot of them people they be dynamic. And you know why I say the youth ministry need for kind side? I blame them because they make a mistake. A mistake in a sense they be slow in action. This man be go cause problem at Ghana. This same person organize this conference. We write a letter to the Ministry of Youth. We write a letter to ACC. I say kudos to Commissioner Ben Kapala. Of course, IYDC recognize him, and then we recognize him. We get a plaque we go for good present to our office. The Ministry of Youth don't ever take action. They not even call me. We work at it several times, so we left that letter. We left the letter on Friday to Commissioner Ben Kefala. On Monday, a minister letter, he take action, and I go say kudos to him. And don't know it from nowhere, he take action, he invite the policy, and the money will be go forward, na people in the country, he make sure say he retrieve am from am. That policy, the youth ministry for don't say them blacklist am based on information they be, but them be slow for action now. I'm not gonna say be deliberate because they get a lot of work for do, but they bring this come as a recommendation. Thank God we get people in our where they represent the youth ministry, where they in the youth sector, including myself. Make them monitor with all reactive. If they say this policy they carry with program, make them make sure say one you get the financial capability, two you get the skills. Just like Kobe brother they say, you know go see the organize youth summit or youth program. You know get speakers, you know get people that will get the exposure. People that look with brother Fuad. Instead they do very well. If you don't go US, you don't go that place. Now I don't organize IMON. This time they get the second session of IMON like Moon Conference or Group. In fact, you are free. The last time I went at Parliament, it was successful. Totally okay, I can because of time. I would say in the youth sector, when we try for the expand with scope. Sometimes it's about the project. But more they look at it in a way, it's viable. The car wash project, it is viable, it is very good. The agriculture project, so the count it is viable also. This transport project also the count. How more they look at the tangibility and the feasibility of them projects they implement. If they come with a transport project, it is fine. But more look at the people who go for it because transport business are too risky. If you want to private money, we no one can see program where they go say youth village tomorrow. At the end of the day, it end up perfect and boost like COVID on the same previous time. But so far so good. I don't see the youth ministry they don't do well in some parts. Or don't they see some progress.
But they're all general for Dumo. I thought you had the opportunity to respond to some views and we pack don't they say for make an open space and let the ministry access. There are time people will ask for you, why is that? Because you will help you and send information. Because the minister cannot come in the studio all the time. There are times you want to get an interview, get all the busy schedule for do. But you don't serve as the mouthpiece, and thank God you are back. After you don't go add enough knowledge, you will tell the public later when the time reach. But let's discuss on the views and way Packer don't see, and as a minister, how we improve on them.
Yeah, of course. I will go draw attention to the fact that if they write a letter, then the ministry not act upon us if they expect. Perhaps that letter not go to the minister table because factually there is not a regular line table some of them get access to or you know go discuss with some of we on the issues that follow it gets solicited ideas and how for handle an issue of that nature. That was very unfortunate that a write letter and the ministry not respond to RAM for like I was saying, minister not go likely go down get such a letter. However, but if at all that is the situation. Of course, we don't follow up the activities of the Ministry of Youth, and we affiliate institutions. I mean, this is one of the ministries in this country who get the kind of an open door policy. You know, if you get to the Ministry of Youth, you don't see the minister, you don't see his deputy. There are quite a lot of us around the ministry where I mean you can get in contact with. And like if you talk to me or you talk to even like a deputy commissioner, your message is hammered home. Anytime we get an opportunity of seeing the minister, virtually me and the commissioner they see the minister as an only one for CR. So if let's say Packer tells me something, it's something I have to communicate to the minister. So that kind of stuff. And for us to bring up an issue with regards the few projects and activities so they do, I will rest assured and the rest of the public say for that the Ministry of Youth Affairs everything what they do, we can produce an empowerment of the young people, it will be sustainable. Bashiru, you will get youth organizations for say we apply to where we go for come begin to distribute the car wash. I mean, sorry, the keke and the cars there, the vehicles all on and the Okada. We don't give it to let's say Packer and his team. We need somebody as a collateral in the event something happened to Packer or in the event Packer not able to pay back for we keke or for motor whatever. You being a responsible person, now you not the person, and you the pay back to the Ministry of Youth. Because when we give Packer and team one, would expect say other person also the wait. You know, we just want to see how we go able left we brothers they help them, make them stop for do this bribe body.
So let me say that we happened in the past as in the case of the youth in Fish with 70 boats just go down and then crash one green day. All this and they avoid now. We're not going to get a track record of everybody with the ministry.
Under the new direction, it's a penny you pay back. You already know that when the president comes in this country, the inauguration, they tell us corruption one of the things that will affect in this country. And call on the young people for now to take a lead in that. And that is what exactly we don't do over the years. Now we give like the big process, we make a public, we make a open, we invite people for the men to go listen and see how much money will they put into RAM. And everybody Now you, of course, now we forget about the previous voting that we don't do with regards the votes. Let the packer and the team let them judge we after initial 5 years of President Bio how exactly what we will be able to do for the young people. The other aspect perhaps I would want to make it know is the fact that they not only stop to the fisheries project. By Tuesday next week or so, the Ministry of Youth Affairs under the Youth and Fisheries project will launch with the open bid again for another 70 fishing boats. We don't go right across the country. We don't talk to the stakeholders then. We don't know the kind of boat, because Sierra Leone is a place where God really been like. You watch even the water they will get, the water system is different. For example, a boat where you go to sail fine, let's say Moriton Wharf, you're not going to do sail in a month. So we don't go across the country. We don't get we don't engage the stakeholders. We don't know what they want. Every district where in a riverine community, the boat will be in a boat where you able to walk na that particular place. And find out that not make now the various places and the various districts where will they operate. Now they go for build them, but they don't know what's good for them. All we got to provide the outboard, the engine, the whatever, also all the accessories.
We did the funding again, but I'll bring you back. Let's just come with Commissioner, Deputy Commissioner, the National Youth Commission. I think we get a lot of activity on the commission for the GIP, the internship program, the agriculture project, safe as soon as they partner with on our sister ministry and Ministry of Youth, and also when I get pending trainings for entrepreneurship, and when they part the City Council, Office of the Vice President on the cleaning. Tell us something about all them projects here and quick one, and what are the challenge them, where they affect you now. The success that you talk about them back, and also how they go as a nation for challenge.
I will just connect them from the aspect of guiding the graduates after we probably don't guide you in making sure you choose an actual program for go study, and also not after that one they then guide you in job readiness. We also get this GIP we just mentioned about helping out the problem where most of the time we young graduates and they face when they go actually about job experience. So the GIP in a program where they provide opportunity for young graduates and for 4 months continuous internship program where they go stipend not for free, actually in a supported program from the UNDP. You understand? So that they help as well in the aspect of the one that we actually don't go get qualification. Also for the one that we not get qualification, the commission gets the Obasanjo Center, Youth Training Center, where they also provide opportunity for young people. We currently we got over 200 young people in we don't know admin at the Obasanjo Center. We need to pay fees. Actually, that are the opportunities also the commission they give to young people. And because if actually with this we will get for tackle the problem of unemployment, a whole lot of young people will go ask. You not get work, you not go. We ask what's a qualification, you not get skills. So in terms of the qualification, we try that side. In terms of the skills, here comes the aspect of the TVET. We under the African Development Bank, we provide the opportunity for young people. They forget skills training under TVET. You understand? We also get the opportunity for provide with young people that inside under the project for we get for do entrepreneurship. Inside that one, they will get a target. Number figure about 100 young people who want for will send the Njala University, because we know the only done we do say we get partnership with Njala University, the government technical institute now. Ferry Junction and MMCT in terms of the TVET. So in Jala, we target about 100 young people who want for let them go get various training in aquaculture. We are in then we're able learn how for men fish and solve a problem about protein at this country. Also not only for men the fish, we also get set of the way we able they for produce the feeds for the fish. You understand? Come up with that one, they will also get the targets the aspect of their young people where they are across, where not get the opportunity for going to the formal setting of education. We also not go get the opportunity for going to skills training. We also want for encourage, because after the free education you find out saying that are the first flagship program. The next target project for government we now keep problem with a whole lot of people will ask you, some man you go tell you say in normal eat it, you know the ground at the end of the day that are the normal slogan we go hear. But how we will solve that problem there? We don't realize say if we actually concentrate in the aspect of agriculture after the free education, then a key issue we go able to solve the problem in this country. But how you go able target that one day? Now, for first of all, make sure say you make the agricultural aspect very attractive to young people. Make the young people that realize say in agriculture You know, they always solve the problem of this angry business who they cry for. You know, go only feed you host your community, your country. It will also help you forget money in your pocket. How would they do that? We don't start this demonstration farms by engaging the one they up country, because a whole lot of young people don't come Naya, then they at the ghettos, then they at their tire base, then they around the Okada, well, Kiloman is like Lefe way, you not even get vehicle on you go around about the road, Moriton Junction. How do we take these young people back and make them agriculture attractive to them, for let them realize, say, yes, before I waste my time now at base now, they argue all day about Manchester United and Arsenal. Why I not go back the lands and the up country? So we don't engage few districts there like Cambia, Bombali, Moyamba, Bo, then district, then they will get demonstration farms and the rest the rest don't begin grow now. Now that will they encourage the young people that within their community then that they will use. You understand? Then young people and the logic is simple. This now on a farm, this now all farm. When I can't farm after the first produce, what will they do? Will they make sure say we pull quota from that farm, they and give you and support you for go do your own farm. So you find out say if we do this in 2-3 years, a whole lot of the young people they don't own their own farm on their own. They go take that rest day after they harvest and can free turn here, can sell them. They go able to get money for rent, hotel, not even for say lago. Lodge to me auntie or to my sister. The moment where that man we don't use for na attire base na that him brother we be not left in a village. You see they left up like you can't toy ya. You can't able to sleep 2 days on your own. You put your money, you sell you 20-30 bag rest, you run back for go upline because you know one for let you left the other one with the day. So you will begin realize, you begin asking company, hey, what did happen? They say na agriculture they do me this one. So at the end of the day, you get a pointer for convince that young man.
So you make them more attractive.
So that's not the focus of the commission, the ministry, and the sector as a whole. We want to solve the problem. How we solve the problem? Provide skills for the one that will not get skills. We cannot solve the aspect of unemployment if you not give them the skills. You go take somebody now on the street say, "Can I not get work?" Then you ask them, "I want to employ you." He go tell you say, "Me I like for go clean pan on house." Is that going to solve the problem of the young people? No. So, but because of the constant engagement we normally don't provide by the from the sector, we are in the minister, you go see on a street, you go interact with young people, they go ask and the commissioner and me the deputy now every Friday we ask them, we they plan with them, we know they plan for them. We engage and ask them what we want for do. I will tell you say in just 2 months, this cleaning aspect really also asked me about, you understand, where the commission don't begin get quota and we don't begin engage young people. The cleaning serve as a platform where we get for the constantly engaging young people around the Black Street, the Friends of the Dead, them all the young people and they will probably be vulnerable to any kind possible we can use them for money or other thing. We don't succeed for engage them. I will tell you say in just 2 months. Interesting to you, Bashna, that last week, their young people here, based on previous engagement, you know what they do? Them bring to we surprise we with a type list of their all name, phone number, address, what in the level of education, what they want for do. So we don't succeed for begin make them realize say you know go day and begin have up a bribe body. Now that engagement will be done again with them. Don't yield fruit.
It help change their mindset.
The mindset. Now not a we go meet again. Now them don't can now say, look me name. Now me name this is my phone number, and my address is now I have to talk.
So you left for the commission now for your
so and I'll tell you that we don't prepare their mind. By January, a whole lot of them ready for go with we and engage into agri project, into farming. I'll tell you, we don't engage by new thing, we don't identify about over 100 hectares of land we want for the young people, and they tell we're ready. What's now for change your life?
It helps to the commission and the ministry for creative space. Will they have any moments for now? Ambassador Foyo, or will they go now when this entire summit will take place, the various dates, and how somebody will be part of them?
Yeah, the summit will take place on the 9th to the 12th. Of course, now it's open and it's strictly young people participation through the Ministry of Youth Affairs for ensure so young people can participate and get their voice done. They don't tell young people only get a platform for say something, but now one for giving the platform for saying the voice done. Of course, the 9, 10, 11, and the 12th. So imagine that the whole week activity, and young people across the county can apply on a website for attend the particular summit. They also go map out key people and we don't effect for ensure say young people get the space, don't they talk. We invite a local dialogue, law ensure say we get.
So the funding come out direct someone now, or the ministry, other people in the way
Yes,
perform?
of course, people in the funding ministry direct, and the ministry they take charge for ensure say bad things not happen. You know, this is a new direction aspect. So the ministry they supervise.
So every penny we person needs to go pay for them. So you prevent yourself from that,
first the ministry know the old money on its own. They not for say with the old money for ensure say we do this now. Now we they do the event. What you need to do they spearhead and supervise and ensure say we report to them date by date and how we go details by details. You understand? I mean, we get committee meetings at the ministry. I just come up committee meeting. We're going to come back, we'll give back to the ministry. This is not how the ministry want for ensure so young people and take leadership role. The minister are a young person. People within the ministry are young people. But we not really part of the ministry. We're not just a youth group organizations them how we go for be accountable, we they take leadership and ensure so we're accountable.
So people before they go for it, how somebody go submit an application and there's a number or website where you want to share with you as you go?
For now, you can meet with the ministry. I did it from Monday to Sunday, 10 events.
So the online site for sending you
we don't close and force for presently.
Okay.
So now I can meet with the ministry, don't know if you're a youth leader, one forget responsible people there. One especially people who me have to touch for presently for all, let them get a huge amount of people there. Now they disable them. We don't engage them for ensure so they can this trip and can them voice them. And you find that this trip will get a lot of women's participation than we demand themselves. So the ministry more they concentrate on women empowerment presently this trip. So this particular summit, we won't forget a dialogue cut across where young people they come from various aspects where they come and get a framework and get a position. The more important this position will go for read and a parliament, everybody they get a thought. You understand me? Could they get a training from a pre-event from the 9, 10, 11, on the day for the international youth, the ministry will say Papa ministry, this is what we don't get for the past days.
And I was telling
and
you recommendation
present to the ministry.
Okay.
And now the place open. This sort of process until they hide, until they make we get a unique event where young people, where the ministry say, una the youth organizations then, una can't table this. In fact, it's not about 4 years anymore. This is not about me organization anymore. The ministry don't call upon other people. It open now all over. If you go on radio, go all over place, you understand it. They tell you, say, you will get interest, you will get intention for come for do event like this. Can the ministry?
And now support together.
Look can get. We not for see
Okay.
program de so program. No, can we do one once as well. We can get to voice, see issues there, we present to paper to the ministry. And I show say also get a team where they can meet. The ministry say this is someone to we don't say that those want for achieve how the time they go. You see last year in the OB get one of the key things we say that success we say youth in agriculture. The minister of agriculture he talks something on that. When you come fast track on that particular aspect, the minister ensures you we get a youth things on the agriculture.
So it's about time we send reviews and all.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you keep on more you talk on a keke, talk on a okada, talk on a taxi, they will not go hear you. Look kind dialogue, Lord say something, who feel say it affect we and they get a position. Lord let for go come and criticize. And they tell you say I get 1,000 things what they tell you about what young people only do and what are the skills that young people don't get for the past years. Now the time this will go explain to them. It's not about criticizing anymore. Yes, I can criticize, I can tell a lot of things that young people don't gain, but they tell you say young people don't benefit so many ways. And me an icon in Africa. You understand? So what if they can explain to them? What would they come up with? People asked me that question recently. What would they come up with other international delegates? One for can bluff them. They don't see Salo as a state wherein they dip and bad other stuff. So they invite them from their ECOWAS. Let them can see.
Enough. I got for all day because of time we wrap up now. And we'll continue for you more space for talk about the National Youth Summit. That's how we go now. We close the message in less than a minute. And also somebody will keep in touch with the ministry.
Of course, the ministry, like I tell you, so we go open the policy and we all already open to everybody, every youth organization, every stakeholder where they do with the youth, go for do it local, international, community based, anything you want for nobody, the Ministry of Youth Affairs, get to the Ministry of Youth.
And then as soon as they ask we see how viable it will be, make sure to get the website up and running and even the Facebook page will be more active.
Yes, that I promise them very shortly you'll get that.
Okay, thank you so much. Atata, I will pack up with go now. Somebody will keep you in touch. Campus Peace Club, RIDC, and also going to begin implementing Ghana.
Campus Peace Club is still alive. We still get to Facebook page, we get to YouTube page, Campus Peace Club Sierra Leone. We're still there, we're still doing our work, and we'll continue doing the advocacy, youth empowerment, job creation. And see how we will push Mama Salongo before. Develop wherever it is, whatever thing you do, the focus for Sierra Leone, the youth and young people, not all for the government. Some of we not depend on government, but we the push what we don't push to get result, we will hold government accountable. So if you want for hold government accountable, hold yourself accountable for us, look in the mirror and see what's wrong in your and try for correct. And we hold in at the youth sector, on our stakeholders, then make we always be sincere in whatever we do. As Madiba Mandela once say, no matter what you want for this world, if we're not sincere enough, we know we'll ever achieve what we want for achieve. Salon are all you now the only places we get for column. Make we push and go before we make a great nation.
Plenty thank you to you, Parker. Deputy Youth Commissioner, we're going to know and get plenty challenge how to do timely funding, how we will change we own mindset and all. But we'll go, how we will access the commission and what next one are we embark on.
Yeah, the commission, they are in Facebook page active, the website self active. So, but what I will just for tell the young people now that the commission they engage donor partners, and I will tell you in the next couple of weeks we'll get another contract signed with the European Union where will help young people in the aspect of road construction, about 1.7 million euro contract, and they target about 3,500 young people. So the commission they sit down, we know say it's not easy for the government send the youth sector money, but that is why we engage donor partners, and the boss who get we the commission and an expert in the field of youth sector, in youth activities. I mean, they done it for the past 15 years. So the donors, they're not neutral. We in constant engagement. We get for solve the problem of young people. We just limited to government. Also, they engage the private sector because the jobs and also they talk about unemployment. Government not going to solve that problem alone. The bulk of employment actually in the private sector they do. So as a commission, we does the open in partnership with institutions, then with vocational institutes, then we go help young people. Then also the private sector, we just don't get the job fair we are in. We try for link the graduate there and that of the private sector for make sure say we solve the problem of unemployment. Governments don't get big quota of employment now the private sector though. So
left on yes, create the space.
The space now they try for create, and also we prepare the mind of the young people that this time around it's not about la habo pamibra can give me 10,000, 50,000. Now about you get for decide for do something with your life. You get for decide say last sacrifice the 4 months, the 6 months. Like the European Union project will get for probably don't sign and on a project where it will do for 4 months. You understand in terms of 20 months. We are in one set of young people then go for in training for 4 months. We then do another set go. So you find out say by the time we don't get young people away. The CSC way now then with the partner would they don't would take them brother them now Senegal for cow them for drive the tractors, their machine and their heavy duty. So we go for train with young people and also we engage Ministry of Finance for make sure say the local content policy be enacted wherein any contractor will then give you a road project, you understand, apart from CSC and other contractors, then you for able for employ, we not just train, not to the aspect of we train with young people, they no more, they don't get jobs. But therefore make sure say they employ them. So that kind project it will be very fruitful at the end of the day. Would involve the TVET, the NCTVA and all sets of people there for make sure they will solve. We know we'll solve the problem alone as a sector, but that is why we want for see collaboration, coordination, collaboration and partnership. Now that would look up to.
Thank you. We take your time for joining me, Deputy Commissioner.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we're ending the encounter for today. Take your time for watch the repeat on Sunday from 5 to 6 p.m. again. And we don't get with me now the studios at Tata Mansari from the Ministry of Youth Affairs, as the head of the Communication Department, and also Abdul Parker, who serves as the head of delegation for the IYDC. And it goes so lucky because of other things. It serves as we icon now in the president that particular summit in Ghana, and it seems to serve as the founder and president for Campus Peace Club Sierra Leone. Thank you also to the Deputy Youth Commission, the National Youth Commission, that's Emerson Kamara, for joining the studios, and also to Ambassador Sheku Foyo, we are the president for YACAP, and then get the National Youth Summit on the 9th to the 12th of August as a way of celebrating the country and also the International Youth Day. So now we'll take the time for watching the program. Thank you so much, and I will don't be on our presenter, Mohamed Basiru Samusenke, or watch Star TV on Channel 20. Until then, get a blessed and wonderful weekend.
Sierra Leone's ever-growing youthful population still continues to grapple with high rates of unemployment and other challenges. Despite the enormous challenges, young people are still working on realizing their potential. With emerging entrepreneurs and innovators, Youth Encounter on Star Television and Radio is a program that showcases successful young people, discuss the challenges, and provide recommendations. Join Mohamed Basiru Sanusi PM. It's Youth Encounter on Star TV on Channel 21.